Hi guys, Vino here, coming at you with a Vino Plunk production, and in this video I'm just going to give you some updates on what's going on at the moment with a few things that I've done videos on, and some of you may be wondering why, you said in the past you're going to buy this thing, you haven't bought that thing. So straight up, I am going to say this before I go any further, that at the end of the day it is my money, and what I choose to do with it is entirely up to me. I say that because I've had some people in the past dictate what I do with my own money, and that's a no-no. I've spoken to many people over the years, and when other people dictate how other people spend their money, I've been in far better friendships and relationships and things like that over the years, and I've discovered that dictating how someone else spends their money is not on. So just going to put that out there before I continue into what I'm going to say. So the first thing was the Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest set that I did do a video on and did say that I was going to purchase. The reason I didn't purchase that is because my phone decided to go south. I was using a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It decided to brick itself, or half brick itself. So it got rid of the baseband version of the IMEI number. Simply put, it wouldn't connect to a network, because it was essentially just a tablet. It wasn't a phone anymore. So I had to sell that, wiggle some bills around to be able to get what I'm recording on right now, which is a Samsung S23 Ultra. I don't know if I've said that in a video or not up until this point, but now you have it in a video, and that's essentially what happened there. And of course, I had to make a couple of sacrifices this month when it came to what I could afford, because I had to pay off the S20 Ultra from my contract, and that was a little expensive, and also to get the S23 Ultra. So that was a little bit pricey in that regard, and hopefully people can understand, that at the end of the day, when it comes to phones are very crucial nowadays. They form a very crucial part of our life, and I'm very happy with the S23 Ultra. Really happy with the S23 Ultra. So that's what happened there. I am still looking at maybe getting it down the road. The Arrow Video, the yellow box set with the black stripe down the middle, that's now out of print from what I can see, but the red box set is still available. I was actually considering buying it next month. We'll talk about that more in a moment, but it looks like I may be in talks with someone from Facebook to buy a whole load of stuff from them, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So we'll now talk about the camera that I spoke about the other day, the Nikon D7000. So the reason why that I did that little video is, as well as telling you that I will be purchasing the D7000, it's also to do a bit of a story time. People on YouTube like story times, and that is a story time that always percolates in my brain. The camera that I once wanted got away, that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, it's gotten away once again. So I'm getting a payout from work, and I'm using a substantial part of that payout to pay off some family members who helped me out late last year. And there's not enough money left from that to pay for the camera. I'm gutted. I'm really gutted. I really wanted that D7000, the lenses that came with it, the whole kit and caboodle would have been lovely. But at the end of the day, I've got to, got to do what's right, and paying off family members first is right, in my humble opinion. So I'll do that first, and then whatever else happens afterwards. We're now going to move on to the Warner Brothers Deluxe Massive Bonanza set that's coming out not next month, September. I keep saying next month as if we're already in August. No, we're still in July at the moment. But the one that's coming out in September, the big 4K Warner Brothers box set. I'll be honest with you, I've wavered on whether I'm going to stick with that pre-order for several reasons. One of the main reasons I keep wavering on whether I'm going to stick with that set is Warner Brothers are doing a really weird thing at the moment. I mean, to be honest, with what's going on behind the scenes at Warner Brothers at the moment, I'm not surprised that they're kind of losing their footing when it comes to some of their releases at the moment, and who knows what's going on. So when I did that video a couple months back, when I pre-ordered that set originally, I said that a few of the titles in that set haven't yet gotten a release. One of those titles was The Exorcist. It hadn't yet gotten a release, and people were wondering why it hasn't gotten a release. Well, Warner Brothers have literally just announced today, yesterday, whenever it was, that there's a 40th anniversary. I can't quite do the maths right now on what the anniversary is for The Exorcist right now in my brain. But I think now would be about correct. Was it 1973 that came out? Anyway, so they're doing a 40th anniversary 4K deluxe set. And the thing that's starting to, and I know it's not just me, starting to concern me, I'm not going to say piss me off, concern me, is this big set cost £300 in the UK. And if you were to take out each of the, actually it's only £10 a title because there are 30 titles in that set. That so still only works out at £10 a title, which actually for 4K films at the moment is actually a pretty good deal. So okay, but there are some people who are wondering where the extra however much for that box set comes from, because you can buy each of those box sets separately. I don't think they come to £300. They come to just under that, but you don't get the extra. And there's three box sets, and then there's an extra sort of addendum to that big box set that I showed you guys before, the 4K set. Some people are wondering, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. People are wondering where the extra £150 comes from, because those three sets separately are £50 a set. So some people are wondering where's the extra £150 going to come from, and they very much doubt that the extra addendum box is worth £150 at the end of the day. So there are people questioning the price of that Warner Brothers set anyway. They did do a DVD version, not DVD, Blu-ray version of it in America. I'm not sure if that's coming to the UK, but I can't see a Blu-ray version. All I can see is the 4K version on Amazon. It seems they're going all in with it. Yes, all the titles in that set are the 4K releases, but they're kind of bare bones. And that's what people are sort of scratching their heads at the moment, going, you're releasing this deluxe £300 or whatever the regional equivalent is set, and yet you're releasing them individually and giving them the deluxe treatment. It kind of, there is a disconnect. Now, having said that, and Warner Brothers have said this on a couple of occasions, they haven't finalised that set that's coming out in just over a month. So we'll see. We'll see if they're going to pack any more extras in that set. We shall see. But the crux of the matter is, I've wavered on whether I'm going to get that set or not. I'm going to probably stick my pre-order. Yeah, I keep thinking about it, but there are such gangbangers, such, what's the word, trailblazing films in that set, from The Exorcist to Citizen Kane. I'm trying to think of all the other sets. Superman, the first Superman film. All of them, it's going to be wonderful to watch them in 4K. Into the Dragon, the Bruce Lee movie, is in there. There's so many, Wizard of Oz, there's so many movies in there that I haven't seen in a long time and haven't seen in 4K yet, although I do have Sky Cinema and could probably seek some of them out on there. But at the end of the day, it's nice to have a big old set. And to be honest with you guys, with some recent jiggering, pokering of bills and what have you, I could probably afford that straight out. It's in September if I wanted to. I probably will squirrel away some money from this month into September to make sure I can definitely afford it. But to be honest, I could probably afford it outright. So I'm probably going to stick with that, and there'll be a big old video on this channel. So as I said, early in this video, I was thinking of buying the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest box set for next month. However, I'm currently in talks with someone from Facebook who's selling me a bunch of stuff, it seems, and it's getting a bit pricey at the moment. I don't realize how pricey exactly it was going to get. They're selling me a couple of Japanese GameCube games. One of which is a game I've wanted for quite some time. It's an exclusive to the GameCube. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, just in case the deal falls through for whatever reason. It's a remake of the game. A remake that not many people like, but it's a remake that goes for a very pretty penny in various places, and they're selling it for a reasonable price. And I have a chipped GameCube, so I can play it however I like. So they're also selling me another Japanese copy of a Game Boy Advance game, a load of comics. So yeah, and they keep piling things on top of this deal. So it could cost me a bit of money. They've literally just posted a picture of a load of Spider-Man Ultimate comics that they want £80 for the lot for. So it could get quite expensive. So we'll see where that goes. See if that deal pans out. If it doesn't, I'll just probably go for the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest set, to be honest. But I'll keep you guys updated with what's going on. Needless to say, there are some things coming. There are some things I'm going to be getting that I can talk about on the channel. I do have a bit of extra cash this month, so there may be a trip down to CX or something. May do one of the, good old-fashioned trip down to CX. Just have a browse around, pick up a few bits, and then come back. I haven't done that in bloody ages. We used to have a shop in my city called Ross Records, and me and my dad used to frequently go down there, browse around, have a look around, that sort of stuff. And I've done that a couple of times at CX with Luke, those of you that know Luke. But I haven't done that myself in goodness only knows how long. Whenever I go to CX, I go there for a reason and for that reason alone. It's not normally to browse around, have a look around. So, you know what? Could do that. They've got a couple of really rare games on their shelf at the moment that go for like £300. Maybe buy one of those. I'm not that minted this month, but that would be nice. I am potentially in the market for a portable screen for my GameCube or a portable screen for the PlayStation 1, which is something that's been buzzing around the brain for a while. But we'll see where things go. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little update just to sort of clarify some things that you may be going, well, what's this, what's that? He was going to buy this, was going to buy that, not going to buy this, not going to buy, that sort of stuff. So you guys now know where my mind is at. Obviously, it's subject to change. That's kind of the point of me saying what I said at the beginning of the video. Things change at the end of the day, but that's where I am at the moment. But until next time, guys, please take care. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.